as you said, I don't think we're going to have scoring droughts. I think it's going to be. I think you could have some special days ahead, and so you look at where. And you're right. Could it be Hayward? Could it be Tatum? I think one of those two are the first to go to the bench. Whether you bring Baines in or not, I think actually that may be the first pull, because you're going to have them be the anchors. What's interesting too, in some of the talk of media day, is Rozier was saying how Tatum, it looks like the man. And
it didn't hurt to be playing around with Kobe all summer. I'm certain of that.
There you go.
As much as I want to give props to T-Mac and Jaylen Brown, it's just not on the same level.
I mean, in terms of the ranking of the what I most wanted to hear or most important quotes, that's third on the list. We talked about Marcus, we talked about Kyrie. Number 3 is Rozier saying, "Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, the number 3 pick who could be a future MVP, All-Star, blah blah blah, Hall of Famer. He's looking like he's already could be the man." Okay, I didn't need to hear any more than that. I'm all set.
Yeah.
I'm out. That's good. I'm done. That's
how
amazing.
Protected was Tatum in those interviews too? Like, they really wanted him to speak specifically to what he worked on. Like, they were asking him the questions about, hey, how about your strength in the post? And he's not having it. He learned there's other coaching that's going on, because I felt like last year he was a lot more forthcoming in his interviews, and that media day interview was like, hey, you're a budding star. You've got to learn how to kind of keep it, shut down a little bit. And so there's that other element of poise that comes from becoming a veteran. And yeah, he's young, but if he has advanced his game at all, and there were parts, including rebounding and defense, that we didn't expect to see last year that were ever present throughout the season, and quite a surprise. I do agree. He definitely should be focusing on the post and being able to play through contact a little bit, but it's really not his game. While they'll probably play him at the 4 at a lot of times, just because that's how they roll, he's really a 3. And he even said, I don't want to put on a lot of muscle. I've got plenty of time for my body to fill out. And I thought that was really smart. It's important that he stay fluid and he's able to move around and he has range. Sometimes these guys put on too much muscle and it causes problems. And even Marcus Smart, they were talking about that. Like, we had gotten the lean Marcus Smart last year, and we were all really impressed. And then we found out that he's been basically sort of like a muscle building weightlifter in his workouts. And now he's adding like Pilates and yoga and all this to get at some of these smaller fast twitch muscles that he really hadn't been exercising in the past. And, that's something that I think Tatum's got going for him. And I'm glad he didn't bulk up, because I don't think they want him to be a power forward. I think he needs to stay that 6'10", 6'11" small forward that Danny has coveted since he showed up with the Celtics in the early 2000s.
Yeah. The real version of Jeff Green, not the Jeff Green that we got, and that was the one thing that he said. He added 7 to 8 pounds of muscle, and that he felt like he is able to finish through contact, because that was a problem. I mean, when he's driving the lane and he was losing the ball out of bounds or he wasn't able to finish, that's a real issue, so maybe that 7 or 8 pounds is what has led to Rozier feeling like, okay, he's making that next step, because him making that move, it does unlock a lot of other things for him. And we obviously know what his shooting can do. We know how he can get his shot off in the mid-range if he needs to, and how automatic effectively that is when he can finish at the rim. And we certainly know those long strides he can get by guys. If he can get a little bit of contact and still get it up there and finish. Now we're entering a whole nother level.